She lied about a girls' night. So I tracked her car and found her nearly naked with another man. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's story is a deeply personal one. A story I never thought I'd have to share, but here we are. My name is Derek, I'm 38, and this is how I discovered that my wife, the woman I had trusted with my entire life, had made a choice that ended everything we had built together. Let's rewind a bit. I met Lena in the summer of 2008, when we were both starting our careers in downtown Chicago. I was quiet, introverted, more into late-night coding sessions and quiet weekends. Lena was the opposite. She was electric. She could walk into any room and make friends with everyone in minutes. Life clung to her like a spotlight. Fell hard. Early in our relationship, I noticed something about Lena. Alcohol hit her harder than most. 1 drink. She was giddy. 2. She lost her filter. 3 or more. She became someone I didn't recognize. I first saw this side of her at a party for her coworker, Priya. I stepped away for just 5 minutes, and came back to find Lena dancing on the kitchen counter, trying to imitate a viral dance. People were recording her. She didn't even realize it. The next morning I showed her one of the videos. Her reaction? Mortified. She deleted her social media and locked herself in for a week. That's when we had our first real talk about drinking. Lena wasn't an alcoholic. Far from it. She could go months without touching alcohol. But when she did drink in a party setting, it was like a switch flipped. So we agreed she'd still go out, be social, have fun, just without the booze. For a while it worked. We got married in September 2019. We rode out the pandemic in our tiny apartment. Cooking, binging shows, talking until the sun came up. I thought we were solid. But as life returned to normal in 2021, Lena became more social than ever, trying to make up for lost time. Meanwhile, my work was taking off. I'd moved up to lead developer at a health tech firm. Long hours. Big responsibilities. I was wiped most days, and couldn't keep up with Lena's whirlwind schedule. Then came March 2022. Lena went to a bachelorette party for her friend Zara. I stayed behind to work late that night. Around 11 p.m. I started getting tagged in Instagram stories. Videos. Pictures. At first it was harmless. Lena doing shots, laughing. Then came a clip of her dancing on a bar stool while strangers chanted her name. And then, the video. A man I didn't know had his hands on her waist, helping her down. They were laughing. His hands didn't leave her body. She got home at 4 a.m. wasted. Could barely stand. The next day, I confronted her with the footage. She broke down crying, claimed it meant nothing, swore nothing happened beyond what I saw. She said it had spiraled, 1 shot became 2, then more. Said she just lost control. We had a long, painful conversation about trust. She apologized, promised to stick to soda at parties again. I believed her. I wanted to believe her. By early 2023, things felt better. My workload eased. Lena was back to hanging out with her usual circle. Girls' nights here and there. Always texting me updates, always sober. Then came the invite. Her best friend Kayla was turning 30 and throwing a big house party. The kind advertised on social media as no kids. No rules. What happens here stays here. Kayla was single and wild. The kind of person who still lived like she was in a college dorm. Every time Lena hung out with her, she came home a little more reckless. When Lena told me about the party, I voiced my concerns gently. I reminded her of what had happened at Zara's party. I suggested she take Kayla out for dinner instead. Something low-key. To my surprise, she agreed. She said maybe she was outgrowing those wild nights. I was proud of her. But then Friday came. Lena came home from work with a different tone. Kayla had apparently guilt-tripped her, saying she was hurt Lena wouldn't show up, even just for a bit. Lena suggested a compromise. She'd go, but I'd come with her. Couldn't. I was exhausted, swamped with a critical project at work. I gently declined. That's when she snapped. Accused me of being controlling. Said I was using concern as a cover for isolating her from her friends. That I didn't trust her. I calmly told her the truth. It was about trust. That this party, given everything, felt like a serious line in the sand. If she went without me, it would damage what we'd rebuilt. She rolled her eyes, called me paranoid, and walked out. Saturday was cold between us. She barely spoke to me. Around noon, I told her I'd be out visiting a friend. She ignored me. When I got back at 6:30 p.m., the apartment was empty. Called her. She said she was out with her sister Marina, helping her through boyfriend troubles. Said they might grab dinner and a movie. The answers were too polished, too rehearsed. By 9 p.m., no texts, no updates. 9:30, I sent a casual message. No reply. 10:15 I called. Straight to voicemail. That's when I knew. What she didn't know. I had installed a GPS tracker on her car years ago, originally for safety. Opened the app. She wasn't at any restaurant or movie theater. She was at Kayla's. I threw on a hoodie and drove. Parked across the street from the glowing two-story house. Music blared from the windows. Strangers loitered on the porch, red plastic cups in hand. I walked in like I belonged. Nobody questioned me. Inside it was chaos. People packed the living room, drinks spilling, bodies dancing. I scanned every face. Nothing. I moved to the kitchen, still no Lena. Finally, someone said they saw a woman matching her description head toward the back hall. Checked the bathroom. Line of girls. One remembered Lena and pointed upstairs. Climbed. For rooms. 2 were open. One a crowded bedroom, one a bathroom. 2 doors were shut. Behind one I heard murmuring. Behind the other I heard her laugh. Blurred. Giggly. Opened the door. There she was. Slumped on a couch. Dress bunched up around her waist. Bra off one shoulder. Hair matted with sweat. A man was practically on top of her. Shirtless, hands exploring her like I didn't exist. He saw me. Her face shifted. Confusion, panic, horror, and then, relief? I said nothing. He said nothing. I looked at them both. This image seared into my brain. 4 years of marriage. Every promise. Every argument. Every warning. All shattered in a single moment. I chose this. I closed the door and left. I don't remember the drive home. What I do remember is sitting in our spare room, staring at the wall. Thinking about every time she'd made me doubt my gut. Every time she said I was the problem. At 1:15 a.m. I heard her key turn. She tried to act composed. Hair brushed, makeup touched up. But her dress was wrinkled, and she couldn't look me in the eye. She cried. Said it wasn't what it looked like. Said it didn't go all the way. Blamed the alcohol. Blamed Kayla. Blamed everything but herself. I let her talk. Then I told her. I was done. 3 days later I moved out. She begged. She promised everything. No more drinking, no more parties, no more Kayla. Therapy. Fresh start. But it was too late. The problem wasn't alcohol. Or her friends. Or one reckless night. The problem was who she became when it mattered most. The problem was that I could never trust her again. The divorce was finalized within a few months. I gave her the apartment since it was a rental. I kept our savings and walked away. I later found out the guy. His name was Brandon, was a friend of Kayla's. Someone she met that night. No affair. Just a random hookup that cost her everything. She reached out a few times after. Messages. Apologies. I never replied. Because I wasn't angry anymore. I was free. Let that be the story for today. If you're ever made to feel crazy for drawing healthy boundaries, trust your gut. Thanks for listening.